MEF 11, 6th floor, Control Center. The 6th floor of the Mind Energy Factory is the Life Energy Center of the brain. Here, we take the life energy dynamics, the frequencies we've learned, and dissect them into more precise groups of individual thoughts. By the time the flow of life energy has reached the brain, it's already been refined, thought about so much that it's now vibrating with very short electronic amplitude. We use the massive individual thoughts created by this process to build our consciousness and now perception through the left side of the brain. Traditional intelligence is like a measurement of how many different individual thoughts we can make and how quickly we can logically arrange the thoughts in our mind energy. We can spend much time exploring our life while combining plenty of individual thoughts and sorting them logically. In order to synchronize our flow of life energy with the third eye chakra in core position, however, we must first learn to operate the whole brain together, not just the logical left side. The right side of the brain doesn't refine energy that can be described as individual life energy dynamics. Instead, the right side of the brain refines holistic attitude life energy dynamics. We notice the subtle power of the right side of the brain when we learn to do things automatically. Think, for example, about learning to type. In the beginning, we had to conscientiously practice and learn to make the individual thoughts to strike each individual key. After time, we master striking each of the keys. From here, the right side of the brain is then able to take the range of individual key striking thoughts and align them all together to create an automatic typing program for our mind energy. From then on, all we need to do is intend the general attitude of typing, and without adding any other individual thoughts to the process, we become able to just type. The right side of the brain does this with everything when we allow it to. The left side perfects all the individual life energy dynamics, thoughts, that are required for a process, and then the right side of the brain takes the full range of frequencies experienced and creates one new frequency that's able to manage all the separate thoughts together automatically. Using the right side of the brain as a tool frees up life energy, so we're then able to peacefully use the extra life energy freely towards whatever thinking purposes we choose. Life energy refined through the right side of the brain has once again become shorter in amplitude. Rather than just electrical energy, the right side of the brain is able to refine ionic life energy dynamics. Ionic energy has become shorter in amplitude once again, and now, rather than travelling around the outside of molecules of matter in its path, this ionic energy travels inside or through the molecules of matter. The ionic energy dynamics still travel around the outside of individual atoms, so this energy isn't quite subatomic yet, but energy of this height nevertheless doesn't conform to all the same familiar laws of physics which the previous life energy dynamics we've experienced do. This feature of the holistic life energy dynamics refined by the right side of the brain is indeed the feature that persuades many of us to entirely avoid many of our own individual thoughts to become managed automatically by the right side of the brain. Often, we provide blocks in our own flow of life energy to prevent the technical possibility of a group of thoughts becoming managed automatically by the right side of the brain. Most of the time, we do this because the third eye natural purpose of self-control has, for our own self, developed into controlling much more in our life than just our individual mind energy. To make a holistic attitude life energy dynamic, the right side of the brain needs to technically begin with examples of all the separate life energy dynamics from the entire range of thoughts within an idea. This means the left side of the brain needs to experience all the possible thoughts within the range of an idea in order to begin the process. If there's just one thought which the left side of the brain refuses to experience, the right side cannot begin the development of an automatic attitude. This means also that the right side of the brain can't provide the rest of the mind energy factory with the extra life energy that can be gained by using one holistic attitude instead of many separate individual thoughts, to create the focused energy activity of our immediate consciousness. Spiritual counselors describe this situation when there's a single thought or idea that a patient simply refuses to think as a block. Blocks create a temporary situation where our total mind energy can essentially grow no further. This situation is of course easily remedied by simply choosing to sincerely allow the thought to be experienced in our mind energy. Once this experience has been performed just once, the right side of the brain can then technically begin development of the automatic holistic attitude, and in doing so, regulate much of the life energy flow through the entire mind energy factory. Once there are no blocks, no individual thoughts we simply won't permit ourselves to think, remaining on the left side of the 6th floor, both sides of the brain can operate effectively and can then together develop a single mind which can automatically operate all the processes of the 6th floor from the peaceful top floor executive suite, a synchronized violet aura. When the Violet Third-Eye Chakra is in the core position of our mind energy, it's also in charge of managing the majority of the perception life energy dynamics vibrating for that time. This saturates our perception biofield with life energy dynamics from the violet frequency range, and in doing so creates a worldview in our mind energy that's comparable to a clarity level of about 32 pixels per inch. The life energy activity of the third eye chakra creates two very different styles of mind energy. The single mind that develops from the range of separate individual life energy dynamics that are processed by the left side of the Violet Third-Eye Chakra, the left 6th floor co-manager of the MEF, can be thought of as our Romulan mind. The single mind that develops from the range of holistic attitude life energy dynamics that are processed by the right side of the Violet Third-Eye Chakra, the right 6th floor co-manager of the MEF, can be thought of as our Betazoid mind.